I often reflect on where this passion of bow hunting has taken me in life. Oftentimes, it's introduced me to amazing people, taken me to places all over the world, and created lifelong memories that are etched into my mind. God continues to lay out a path for all of us, and if you have the vision and the faith to see it, it will take you further than you'd ever thought possible. Stay Grounded has brought together so many people thus far, given us amazing stories, introduced us to incredible people. The way it all started seems crazy, a random idea thrown in the air that no one expected to blossom like it has. But in the end, it was God's plan, and it has done exactly what it's supposed to do. This hunt was special, and through all the randomness of how things unfolded, it aligns perfectly with our story, and to how all of you are here watching this episode today. I killed the biggest buck of my life with my bow, and this is the story.
Well, guys, it's opening day here in Iowa. Rochelle and I are tucked in the redneck blind tonight, and as you can tell, we're sweating a little bit. It's a little bit warm, unseasonably warm for October, but that's okay. Something exciting is we are sitting on our first ever lease. My first ever lease, obviously yours. Yes, and we're married. And first, we don't own the farm. We hopefully own a farm pretty soon, but we're gonna have our own farm here for the first time, not all to ourselves. It is October 13th. Brandon and I are in the saddle on my new lease. This is my first time hunting this lease for myself. So you saw me and Rochelle hunting the food plot a couple days ago. Been after several bucks, but there's been so many more bucks that have moved in here. They've been daylighting on this road system that runs through the top of this ridge. There's scrapes all down it. Brandon and I walked in today, and we've stayed completely out of here until we got some nicer weather. And there's just scrapes all up and down the road. Super impressive. So we're gonna get some more tree moved down there on our way out. But they're definitely using this a lot. They're bedding up here on the south side of us, behind us, and coming down this road to go eat at night. So.
As the first 3 weeks of season progressed with unsuccessful hunts, I knew it was time for things to start shaking up. Little did I know, a new buck had rolled into my farm while I was out of town on a place that I've had permission on for this past season. When he showed his face, I knew he was special and would probably be the biggest buck that I have chased in my life thus far. When he daylighted on the 18th, I knew it was getting close. I rushed home from my trip, only for him to daylight again on the 19th. And I knew at that point it was time to move in. I threw together a last-minute game plan on the morning of the 20th. We had super high winds, but the cold front had just rolled in, and I knew the bucks were going to be on their feet in daylight. I parked my truck on the north side of the farm and packed in 3/4 of a mile with all of my gear to hang up a hang and hunt saddle set. Only having hunted the farm a few times, I picked the best point of access that I thought would see fit. I got into the stand cleanly, at least to my knowledge, climbed up a tree, knocked an arrow, and sat back and was ready to hunt.
Alright guys, it is October 20th. We are in south central Iowa on one of my big permission farms. I'm sitting solo tonight. It's about 4 o'clock. Got in pretty early today. I'm sitting in a pinch point between a standing cornfield and an alfalfa field. Beautiful alfalfa. I already got 2 does out here in the alfalfa below me here, about 100 yards. I had a new target buck show up that I've never seen before on this farm. He's daylighted the past 2 evenings at the same time, coming through this little gap right here, hitting this scrape, this mock scrape that I made. So, hold on, we got a doe coming right here below us. Alright, she just slipped off behind me. She actually got downwind of me. She definitely winded me, but never spooked. Just kind of carried on and headed down into the corn, so I guess that's a good sign. But I still got 2 does out here. The deer seem to be up moving early. It was really windy today. It seems like it's dying down quite a bit, but it's one of the reasons I came to this low spot here between these 2 ridges. The buck's gonna try to stay out of the wind. This is gonna be the spot, so perfect setup for the direction he's bedded in. He's gonna be coming from our west, so we should have a really good chance at him to get here to us before anything happens. But he's a great big 10-pointer with a kicker off his G2. He'd be my biggest deer ever, so I don't know. He's daylighted twice in a row, and I feel pretty good about it. I got high hopes. Just it was bluebird skies and clear all day long, and here this afternoon it's just kind of clouded up, and it's got a super eerie feeling to it, man. It just feels bucky, so we will see if my feeling is correct here shortly. But yeah, Rochelle is hunting the lease tonight in the blind on the food plot with her little sister Paige. She's out there filming her, so she's gonna try to shoot Goofy buck or the drop time buck. And there's been a ton of good deer moving around over there, so we both have really good chances tonight. But stay grounded team's rolling. We're looking for our next kill, and I don't know, hopefully I'm next on the list here in South Iowa, but stay tuned, and we're gonna sit this one out and see what happens.
Matt.
I just shot him. I just shot him. 8 yards. Yeah, because he came from the opposite side. I had 4 deer covered up on me, and he was bedded 25 yards from me, just stood up in my ditch, and all these deer started looking at him, and I'm like, oh my God. And he walked in on that 8 yards, ran off with his tail down, and I heard him get like to the edge of the ditch, and then I couldn't hear anything else, so I'm hoping he just crashed like about 80 to 100 yards from me. And he's way bigger than I thought. Oh my God, he was the biggest thing I've ever shot at in my life. Alright guys, well, we just made it back to the tree I shot him out of. I already recovered my arrow, as you can see, and looked like a pretty good butt arrow, but I only went about 10 yards. So I got Rochelle, my wife, her little sister, and my buddy Bowden here. So we're gonna go try to recover hopefully the biggest buck of my life. We'll see. Yeah, anyways, he's standing here, and then I found blood there. See all the spray?
You take off in the corner.
Move your light.
No, right down the edge. All right, here we go. Shouldn't be hard to follow from what I saw earlier. It's all up and down all this tall stuff too. See, and that's entry side, so it's coming out both sides.
What's the corner effect?
There is some up here somewhere. Yeah, you can see it all. Look at it spraying.
Flashlights are on.
He did go this way, didn't he? Yep. Blood here, yep.
He was standing there.
Wow.
Like bunch right there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going back in, ain't he? What?
It's right there.
Oh my God. Let's go, dude.
You smelled them.
I told you.
Let's go, dude. Oh my gosh. He circled back around and made it back down in the creek. Come around on this side. Oh, he's locked in this. Hold on. He's locked under that root. Ooh, baby. Holy cow. Oh, I wish let's get this off here. Oh yeah. What a freaking stud. Holy cow. Got that big flyer off his G2. Got him covered in mud pretty good, but that's all right. I'd say officially that is my biggest bow kill ever. Right down here in my new home of South Central Iowa. Whew. Yeah, that's a giant. Freaking great mass. Double matching twin kickers off his front. Got 3 of them down here actually. Wow. What a deer. All right, guys, well, here he is back in daylight. We got some beautiful photos of him this morning, tried to do him the correct justice. So October 20th was the day. You know, killed this deer off a permission piece, you know, close to home here in South Central Iowa. Not a lot of history with this deer, but he showed up on the 18th, middle of the night. I knew he was large. I was actually out of town just admiring him, and he daylighted in the evening of the 19th, so I slipped in last night, hung my cruiser saddle up in about the worst tree you could possibly have, but it was the only tree you could have. So, you know, I slipped in. We had super windy conditions yesterday, which kind of helped my access, and I ended up walking right by this deer. Come to find out, you know, I had 4 deer slip in all under 10 yards, and one of them had got onto me a little bit, and I saw this buck stand up about 30 yards from my stand. He was bedded 30 yards from me. I walked in on the downwind side of him. He definitely smelt me, but man, it all worked out so perfect. He stood up and he wanted to come back and check his scrape, and he ended up walking almost too close. I shot this buck at 6 yards, and it
invigorating, man. It was the craziest story I could possibly have. Self-filming all by myself. Just an absolute giant, my biggest bow buck to date. And I got to do it with a bow that my grandpa passed down to me this past season. Matthews Switchback, man. I got it all dialed in, and I knew I was gonna hunt with it this year. Didn't want to buy a new bow. I just thought it'd be more special. So it truly was, man. Everything was perfect. Yeah, God's plan worked out, and I killed my biggest buck ever, man. He's close to Booner. We scored him at 168 last night, and I just couldn't be happier. So a great story, and Stay Grounded team's rolling. We're gonna be on to the next one. Stay tuned.